And welcome. The 2K. Sport. For another edition of NB. And now Dallas' starting group. We've got P.J. Washington, Thompson out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Anthony Davis, and it's Marshall in at the small forward position. And for the Lakers, at the forward slots, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Luka Doncic is out there with Austin Reeves. And it's Hayes in at center, locking down the middle. If you like slow-paced basketball, you've come to the wrong place. These teams love to run.
Oh, they love to run. I mean, these teams score a great deal of transition baskets. They want to use their speed, their quickness, and attack the defense before it gets set.
Here's Irving, following the score by the Lakers. And the three off target.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Doncic passes to Reeves. And there's James from the arc. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
All systems are on go when LeBron has the ball behind the arc.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I did briefly speak with J.J. Redick. We spoke about Kyrie Irving and what the most challenging thing about defending him is, and he told me, quote, just how creative he is when he's handling the ball. We want to keep the ball out of his hands as much as possible, even if it means sending double teams occasionally. We'll see if this game plan works out for them, guys. Back to you.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Now here's Doncic. Into the lane. Offensive board. Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
And the shot's good by Irving.
It sure was textbook, and Irving is fantastic in the screen roll. A solid decision maker in these sets, and he also can put it in the basket himself if he needs to.
Now, here is James. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. You know, Clark, 2024 saw Anthony Davis make his return to the All-Star game.
And really, B.A., such a pleasure to see him back on the court, healthy and producing. That's not been an issue. The issue has been him being hurt and not being able to be on the court. But he's a perennial all-star when he's healthy and playing and doing exactly what he's done throughout his career at both ends, be a dominant center.
The shot by Reeves, no good.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Here's Thompson, and the slam dunk by Thompson.
A fearless dunk by Thompson, showing the defense they can't force him to back off.
Doncic passes to Hachimura, and here's James. Hachimura sets a screen. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. P.J. Washington picks one up.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Both free throws good from James. Clark, it's special getting to call LeBron James games. How is the King still doing this at this age?
B.A., I think there are guys that come along every 30, 40 years that are just different than other guys, other players. He's in that category, one of the all-time greats. And he's just been remarkable. Certainly DNA has a role in his longevity and excellence, but you got to give him a ton of credit. He's committed to being at a high level for a long time, and it's remarkable to watch him do what he's doing at this age.
Dallas has gone 1 of 4 from deep. Davis finds Irving. A minute 39 left in the opening quarter. Shot clock at 6. Washington, a screen on James. Here's Irving. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. And Doncic has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. And it's Hachimura missing.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Irving, the pass to Marshall. 1:05 left to play in the first quarter. Back to Irving. Three-pointer. Fires in the triple. Irving's got 5 points.
Doesn't matter if he's well guarded or not. Kyrie knocking it down from deep.
Out to Hachimura. Lets the three fly. Davis with a rebound. Davis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Marshall passes to Thompson. 35 seconds left to play in the first quarter. It's Washington high post. Thompson against Reeves. Fires from way outside. The Lakers with a rebound. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt. B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
Here's James. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. So at the end of 1 quarter of play. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Mavericks?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Reeves at the 2 with LeBron at the 3. Hayes is out there with Rui Hachimura. And it's Doncic in at the point. That's the Laker 5. Oh, Doncic! What do you expect?
Watch out now when Doncic is dialed in from deep because he's unguardable.
Irving looking around. Over Doncic. Irving, that's good. Irving's got 7.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
Hachimura with a screen on Irving. Out to Hachimura. Wing shot on the way. The shot by James, no good. Mavericks shooting around 50% of the game so far. And when you look at the Lakers, a lot has happened since their championship run in 2020, Clark.
Yeah, it really has, B.A., and I think some of it you have to attribute it to a significant amount of roster turnover. And then you pair that with coaching changes. One of the keys to being successful in anything and at any level and in the NBA, stability, continuity. You've got to have it with your executive management team, coaches, and players. And they've not had that, so the consistency has been hard to find.
Yep, that one's good.
I like Doncic's willingness to share the ball. He wants to see other guys involved in producing.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Anthony Davis is letting it fly. He said, the way that teams are playing me, I've been getting back to the mid-range. It's an easier shot instead of fighting the double team, so that's all it is, continuing to trust it and shoot it. Brian, we've seen that jumper be a real weapon for him.
Yeah, that's a good call, Allie. Thanks. And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Irving against Doncic.
Davis has tremendous versatility and length, and he uses both to annoy and bother shooters.
Oh, Thompson, the long-range triple.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Pulls up on the wing. Out left to the wing. Hayes, the pass to Doncic. Back to Hayes. Out to Hachimura. This one for 3. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Davis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Washington finds Davis. Davis with a screen on Reeves. And Washington powers it through.
Boy, we're going to see lots of those. Washington can really get up. Got a little mean streak in him, too, which I like.
Well, Clark, the first 9 years of his career, he played mostly power forward. But over the last 3, Anthony Davis playing a lot of center.
And I think his game has become more focused on staying in the paint, which is where he's dominant. He's added tons of strength over the years. He's using that to his advantage. He's always been one of the special players in the league, in my opinion. And he's still one of the top 15 guys in the league for sure.
Now here's Thompson. Here's the 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
And adding to this lead right now, riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Here's Hachimura. They need this. Luka proving he can score from anywhere.
Luka uses his body to create space and then finds the inside look.
Washington against Hachimura. James with a steal. Here we go, one-on-one. And it's James with the jam.
If they keep finding steals like that, they won't be in the hole much longer.
Washington, a screen on Reeves. Thompson passes to Irving. Four on the clock. Up and in on the layup. Irving's got 9.
That's the thing about Kyrie. He's a 3-level scorer.
James outside. Hachimura sets a screen. LeBron at full speed. It's stolen by Washington. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The 3. And Reeves pulls it down. Doncic on the wing. He's guarded by Irving. Here's Doncic. Lays it up and banks it in. Doncic has got 7 points for the quarter.
He could have walked to the basket.
From about 16. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Dallas on top. They're up by 4. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
I'm here with PJ Washington.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
Get ready for the fan half-court shot. On the line. They're thinking about the shot.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And you know, Klay Thompson has been really making it happen, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
And on the floor for Jason Kidd as we get into the second half. Caleb Martin out there with Daniel Gafford. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. Then there's Dante Exum. And it's Christie in at the small forward. Now here's Milton. Pass to Vincent. Here's Lynn. He's guarded by Gafford. Here's Vincent. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Vincent's got his first 2 points. Dallas leading by 5. Martin outside. And he goes in for the dunk.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
You know, Clark, over the past few seasons, we've seen a historic amount of 20-point-per-game scorers in the league.
And that's a function, VA, of the overall skill level being at its all-time high in league history in my mind, but also the pace of play, the way the game is played, three-point shooting, there's scoring, there's more scoring, so more guys are scoring. And I think on top of that, it's a little easier to score because of how the game is played and officiated. It's tilted a little more in favor of the offense for the entertainment value of point production.
Now here's Vincent. 5 points in the game. Pass to Vanderbilt. Vincent up top. He's covered by Dinwiddie. Here's Connect. It's rebounded by Dallas.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Up top, Dinwiddie. He's covered by Vincent. Gafford the screen. Here's Christie. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Lakers trail by 7. Vincent passes to Lynn. Now here's Vanderbilt. There's the screen by Lynn. To the middle. There's the steal. Pass to Gafford. Gafford with a screen on Vanderbilt. Christie's shot is off. The Lakers have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Here's Connect. 1:52 left in the third. Some solid defense from Exum. The Mavericks lead by 7. Well, Dalton Connect had a late growth spurt during college, and it really helped his game, Grant.
He really did. I mean, he started college as a 6'3" guard, but grew 3 inches during his first 2 seasons and added some muscles. Now at 6'6", he can play confidently out there on the wing.
So it's the Lakers now. Milton passes to Vincent. Here's Connect. No made baskets yet. To stop the drought. And again, the Lakers, no good. The Mavericks have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. Here's Martin. Sinks it from distance. Martin's got 5.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Right wing. Back to Milton. And the layup is good off the glass.
Reliable approach. Getting the ball in the paint and going to work.
Here's Dinwiddie. From deep three-point land. Vanderbilt pulls it in.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
A nice shot by Milton.
Because for them being behind in this game, you certainly can't put any of it on his shoulders. He's been tremendous offensively.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Gafford up top. Back to Exum. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Here's Connect. Pass to Milton. Here's Vincent. No good with the triple. And so it's Dallas leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Great shot selection. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. At the forward slots, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Austin Reeves out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Hayes in at the 5. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Hachimura, the pass to Reeves. Hachimura sets a screen. Pass to Doncic. Out to James. And here's Hachimura. Just 4 to shoot. The shot's good on the assist by James.
James continues to impress with his pass, and I think that's his greatest attribute. Outstanding assist there.
Washington, a screen on Reeves. And here's Washington. Hachimura covering. Here's Davis. Again, the Mavericks good for 2 more.
You have to appreciate guys who can work the mid-range area. It's clearly how you keep defenses honest.
And I tell you what, guys, I mean, with this combination of size and touch, he's a real threat from mid-range.
James can't get it to go.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Washington outside. Irving for three. Good. That's his 5th bucket in 9 attempts.
Hey, you need a big night from one of your stars? I introduced you to Kyrie Irving. He is lethal and able.
James attacking. Oh, deflected. Out to Hachimura. James, a screen on Washington. Hachimura with room to shoot. James can't get it to go.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
Here's Irving. It's Hayes with the rebound. Hayes has got 5 rebounds in the game. And now the Mavs on the run. Outside Irving. Floats one. That's his 6th make in 11 tries. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end. Tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
They've also been showing us standout play on the fast break, working as a team to create easy opportunities.
Launches it from deep. The long distance 3 is buried. And the Mavericks lead by 15.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Clark, what's incredible about LeBron? He makes as big of an impact off the court as he does on it.
B.A., I think it's going to be one of the great case studies when he's all done playing, how he's impacted the game and uplifted people across the country and world. He's a tremendous advocate for social justice. He's obviously a shrewd and successful businessman, and he's been a vocal leader who also leads by example. He's actually epitomizing the change he'd like to see in other folks and inspiring along the way.
James outside. Irving against Doncic. Trying to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. The Mavericks lead by 16. Pass to Davis. Oh, it's stolen by Doncic. And it's the Lakers on the break. Hey, it's James slamming it down.
LeBron showing you how he does it. A stylish flush by King James.
Washington a screen from the wing. And it's Irving missing. Los Angeles has gone 1 for 3 in the 4th quarter from range. Hachimura with a screen on Thompson. The shot by Reeves, no good. And here's Davis. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Washington outside. Six to shoot. Outside Irving. The 3 is up. Here's Davis. Rebound, the Lakers. There's 45 seconds left in the 4th quarter here. James finds Reeves. Back to James. On the wing, Reeves. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. 36 seconds left in the 4th. Irving fires from way outside. Here's Davis. Outside for Irving. Another miss by Irving.
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Yep, I agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
Now here's Doncic. And so Dallas takes this one by a big margin. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's.
If you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Running the wings, it's Oubre and George. Embiid is out there with Yabusele, and it's Maxey in at the point. Fires the three. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
So locked in from range, Maxey almost makes it look effortless.
Finney-Smith passes to Reeves. Here's Doncic. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
That's just the bucket. Look, you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those.
Maxey on the wing. Guarded by Doncic. Now Maxey. 5 on the clock. Doncic with the steal. Now the Lakers on the break. Reeves, that's a two-pointer. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic.
And certain guys dictate the pace of the game, Doncic, as much as anyone.
And while Embiid was on record praising the importance of continuity, I don't know that, Richard, the 76ers front office felt... Put it down! Wow!
My gracious, way to get up. Oh, the electric Tyrese Maxey.
Over in the corner, Doncic. Back to James. Pass to Finney-Smith. 5 to shoot. Doncic finds Reeves. Over Maxey. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Now the 76ers with it. And stolen by James. On the wing, Reeves. His three-pointers off the mark. Reeves has gone 1 of 3 on the night. Jacks up a three. Knocks down the three ball. Maxey's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the 76ers. Doncic against Oubre. Now, here's Doncic. He's covered closely. Finney-Smith with it. Now defended by Oubre. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge.
And James picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Oubre on the wing. Covered by Hayes. A three-pointer off the mark. Lakers trail by 6. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Joel Embiid talks about leading his team. He said, I've been guarded so many different ways. I feel like I've seen everything, and I know how to attack everything. For me, it's all about how do I bring everyone along with me. You can't win alone. It's just about playing together and involving everybody. Kevin?
And you've got to involve everybody. All right, D.A., thanks. Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
And if you give Luka just a sliver of daylight, this is what you get.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. Embiid with the screen on Doncic. Here's Maxey. Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. And Richard, you've watched LeBron James over the years. His approach never wavers. It never changes.
He is all business all the time, on the court, off the court. The consistency of his focus and mental toughness is unbelievable.
Three-pointer by Embiid. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
The shot's good from Hayes.
And you gotta respect Luka's passing skills. Just a multi-talented player who is all about sharing the basketball.
Lakers trail by 3 on the wing, Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Really left alone that time. Maxi's got 11 points.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Doncic against Oubre. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
And how about the balance of Doncic on that possession? Amazing at just absorbing the contact and still with the strength to finish.
Here's Maxey. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Back to James. Tyrese Maxey. He's been the guy making things happen for the 76ers. And it was from three-point range. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the 76ers, what are your thoughts?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out the gate.
And as long as the threes are dropping, you've got to keep launching them.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, Maxey and Oubre, they have the guard duties. Yabusele out there with Embiid, and it's George in at the 3.
The big man out ahead. Embiid, I see you showing those wheels.
Knocked loose. Doncic finds Finney-Smith. Off target from outside.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Outside, George. Clock at 6. Off target from three-point range. Lakers trail by 5. Doncic passes to James. Back to Doncic. The 3. Got a hand on it. And now the 76ers on the break. Here's Maxey. It's rebounded by Doncic. LA's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Oh, he misses the dunk. The 76ers leading by 5. And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers, Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower. And when he rises up, he knows he's probably going to get a clean look. It's a matter of executing.
Yeah, the defender just lacks the reach to be able to contest him properly.
James right side. To the middle. And Finney-Smith gets it to go.
And LeBron James will outsmart you. He will open up things for other teammates with the pick and roll.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Doncic against Maxey. Yabusele kicks to Oubre. Embiid sets the pick for Oubre. Misses the 3. Lakers trail by 5. Reeves gets the bucket.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Here's Embiid. Embiid powers it down.
Now, I understand he's a large human, but the defense has to be better. You can't let Embiid get whatever he wants inside.
Reeves outside. And there's the drive. Finney Smith passes to Hayes. LeBron against George. Off on the layup. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
Always quick to strike. Maxey just stops and pops, pulls the trigger.
This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team. Shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time. And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Oubre can't get it to go. Lakers trail by 5. In the corner, it's James. And here's Doncic from the arc. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. There's the 3. Maxey, no good. LA's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Finney Smith passes to Doncic. Hayes with it. In the corner, it's James. Hayes with the screen for James. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
A scoring machine. There's just no shot Embiid's afraid to take.
The 76ers shooting their first free throws of this game, and the first one drops. And we've got a lineup change for the Lakers, and Embiid drops them both.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
And here is Vanderbilt. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The Lakers have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And the technical free throw is good. Pass to connect. On the wing, Milton. Now recovering, just 5 on the clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Vincent misses. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Tyrese Maxey in this one, guys. He has been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
We've got Connect. Shake Milton is out there with Vincent. Then there's Jared Vanderbilt. And it's Hachimura in at the power forward. That's the Laker 5. Edwards' shot is good. Well, we've seen this a few times, Richard. Players getting booed at home. And that's got to be painful for a player.
You get taken back a little bit. For some players, it's deserved. But it's always a surprise. But you have to be self-aware. Did you deserve to get booed? In most cases, it's true.
Three-pointer. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Vincent, the pass to Milton. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Edwards with the screen for Lowry. Outside Edwards. Beyond the arc. Here's Drummond. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. Offline with his three.
Yeah, that's a shame because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
Well, a careless foul, and he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. As a junior college product, Dalton Kennett didn't have a traditional path to the NBA.
Yeah, Kevin, spent 2 years at a JC, 2 more at a small Division I program, then used his extra year of eligibility to transfer to Tennessee, and there he became a first-team All-American and turned himself into a first-round pick. Entering the league as an older prospect at 23, Dalton Kennett is a very skilled offensive player. The question with him, can he add strength to his frame? Time will tell.
And Milton's got the ball here for Los Angeles. Trailing by 10. And Kennett gets it to go.
Going up strong inside, the rookie Kennett doesn't hold back in the painted area.
Lowry looking around. Puts it up from 17. Hachimura grabs the miss.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
Here's Vincent. Fades back. It's good from long range. And now just a 5-point 76ers lead.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Here's a good screen. And here's Edwards from the arc. Drops in the tray. Edwards got 9 points now in just the second half. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Milton the pass to Vincent.
2 minutes.
Lakers passing it around. Connect with it. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Lowry dishes to Edwards. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound the Lakers. Connect with a wide open look. No good on the triple. The 76ers leading by 8. Edwards looking it over. Buries the long-range jumper. Edwards got 12 points now in the quarter.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Here's Vincent. And again, no good by the Lakers. The 76ers have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Edwards from deep three-point territory. Out to the wing. Drummond a screen from outside the arc. That one misses. Lakers trail by 11. Now Vincent. From outside off the mark. Here's Grimes, defended by Milton. Edwards a screen on Milton. Here's Grimes. And the foul called on Edwards. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Some changes for the Lakers. Well, with the basket here, they could get back to within single digits. Here's Doncic. Off the mark, and the drought continues. Outside Edwards. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break.
Let's hear it, fans.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Philadelphia leading by 11. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. Running the wings, it's Oubre and George. Embiid is out there with Yabusele, and it's Maxey in at the 1. Back to Oubre. George looking around. Shot clock at 5. And the dunk by Embiid.
Ooh, he's earning his keep offensively, a key part of their winning effort at this point.
Oubre against Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
And I love how Doncic reads the floor, varies his pace, and uses every trick of the bag to get where he wants to go.
That's it. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Here's Finney Smith. Drills the three-pointer.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time.
Spins. Maxey passes to Embiid. Outside, George. Launches a three. And it's Finney Smith with the rebound.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Kept alive. Doncic against Maxey. And Doncic gets it to go.
The skill of Doncic at 6'7", 230, it makes him an impossible matchup defensively.
Pass to George. Takes a three. Sinks the three-pointer. And the 76ers lead by 11.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Here's Reeves. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got 6 rebounds here tonight. An easy 2 points on the layup. Maxey's got 20.
When Maxey is feeling himself, he can really fill up that stat sheet.
LeBron kicks to Hayes. The three for Doncic. Reeves the pass to Doncic. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
Pass to Maxey. Back to Oubre. The three. Sinks the triple.
A legitimate sniper from distance. Love seeing Oubre Jr. shoot it with such precision.
And here's James outside. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's George. It's rebounded by Doncic. Lakers trail by 16. And they get it. The epic move by LeBron.
And what an explosive finisher LeBron is. Rocking the rim whenever he goes up like that.
Pass to Yabusele. Oubre on the wing. He's defended by Reeves. Yabusele kicks to Maxey. There's the triple. They get it back. Outside, George. For three. It's hauled in by Doncic. Doncic has got 7 rebounds in the game.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Philadelphia.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Tyrese Maxey.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand. They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
Out left to the wing. Fires the three. Finney Smith kicks to Doncic. Shoots over Oubre. Great D that time from Oubre. Fires from way outside. Misses there. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. Much appreciated, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Well, do we got a clash at the 5 spot here tonight. Can't wait to see these centers go at it.
BA, there was once a point in history where we were talking about, is the 5-man phased out of the game? And all of a sudden now you have several MVPs who occupy the position. It is unequivocally going to be a special matchup tonight.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Oubre is at the 2 with George playing the 3. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then it's Maxey, and it's Yabusele in at the 4. Now here's Thompson. Outside Irving. Washington, a screen on Maxey. Irving finds Thompson. 5 to shoot. Takes the 3. The rebound by Embiid. And Maxey's got the ball here for Philadelphia. Takes it inside. Boom! He jams it straight down.
While Maxey is an elite shooter, Tyrese is at his best using his speed going downhill.
Here's Marshall. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
Washington, and Washington powers it through.
Well, pick and roll is a crucial aspect in the NBA. Klay Thompson on time and on target.
Maxey against Irving. George for 3. Hits a 3-pointer.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
Now here's Irving. Let's go with a 3. Doesn't go for him. For Philadelphia, they've gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Maxey surveys. Out to Oubre. Stolen by Thompson.
That was just incredible instincts defensively. He saw the ball coming back out and made the play.
Pass to Irving.
Shot.
14 feet away. Yep, count it.
Yeah, Kyrie Irving, one of the outstanding mid-range shooters. This guy legit 3-level.
The Sixers leading. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
A bit ago, Jason Kidd and I were able to chat. I talked with him about Joel Embiid and asked him what he wants his team to do against him defensively. And he said, I told our big guys to play with physicality out there, but to also know when to go straight up and not let him bait us into silly fouls. It's not an easy assignment, but Coach seemed confident in their chances of containing Joel. Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
I mean, if you want to chase him off the line, that's fine, but that ability to dribble drive, this guy is impossible to guard. Kyrie Irving.
A brilliant dunk, and he hangs up there for a while, too.
Like he's posing for the camera. He's just hanging out, posing for pictures, just making himself at home. Here's Irving. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Irving's got 7.
What's amazing about Kyrie is the number of go-to moves he has on the interior.
Doris, one place you see this Dallas team show up is in the hustle stats.
BA, this version of the Dallas Mavericks is as tough and as gritty and as willing to compete as any I've seen.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Irving. 7 points in the game. Here's Washington. And he banks in the layup. Washington's got his second basket.
See, Kyrie never hesitates. As soon as he sees that open man, boy, it is on time.
George, a screen on Davis. Here's Yabusele. George outside. Oubre on the wing. Shot clock at 3. And a miss there on the triple. Dallas has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. For 3. Embiid against Davis. On the wing, Thompson. Puts up a 3. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And at the end of 1. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Mavericks?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
Taking a look at the 76ers. Maxey and Oubre pair up at the 1 and the 2. Then there's Paul George. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Yabusele in at the power forward position. Now here's Washington. And it's off from three-point range. And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A., I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us in the U.S. men's national team. Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in the real game.
First team foul.
Here's Thompson. No points yet. Davis a screen. The open shot by Thompson. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Klay Thompson so adept at using the pick and roll to his advantage. Takes what the defense gives him.
Here's George. Oh, kind of mean on that one.
Mean and so disrespectful. He unleashed something special there. Just so powerful.
Hey, he's showing off a little bit right there, Grant. And who can blame him for it?
How about the athleticism, the body control, the creativity? 10 out of 10.
Irving for 3. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
The buckets, the game is just flowing for Kyrie Irving. Looks easy for him right now.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Sixers' 2 stars make a great pairing. Maxey said of Embiid, since I was a rookie, he's had the ultimate faith and believed in me. And Embiid said of Maxey, he's something else. Always smiling with the same energy. Good games, bad games, always the same. People like that set the tone for everybody else. Brian?
That's a good call, Allie. Thank you. Back to Washington. 4 on the clock. Down low. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction. Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
Up top, Embiid. Embiid, a screen on Irving. Maxey against Irving. Out to Oubre. Fires for 3. Kept alive. It's George on the wing. There's the 3. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
Yeah, can't leave any room for Paul George outside. He will deliver from deep.
Despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games, Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games last season.
Yeah, B.A., and lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helped.
Now here's Davis. He's scoreless, buries it from three.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Maxey. He's got 10. George for three. Another three for Philadelphia.
There is no doubt in the mind there of Paul George. What an answer.
Irving for three. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Embiid's got his 6th rebound on the night. Maxey with it. Checked by Washington. Embiid passes to Maxey. They set the pick. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Maxey's got 4 points this quarter.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Oh, Thompson, the long-range triple.
Well, the ability to rise and fire off the catch has defined Klay Thompson.
Up top, George. Three-pointer. And the 76ers another three.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
And it's a completely new group here for the Mavericks. Here's Dinwiddie. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Well, Spencer Dinwiddie can make an impact in the painted area. He's got size at the position.
Lowry outside. Pass to Edwards. Beyond the arc. The Mavericks pull it in. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Dinwiddie passes to Exum. Here's Christie. Martin outside. From the arc. Doesn't go that time. And Edwards puts up a deep three. No good on the buzzer beater. And that'll do it for the first half. This game is tied. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Paul George has been sensational.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Dante Exum is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. Then there's Caleb Martin. Then it's Daniel Gafford. And it's Christie in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Now here's Exum. Now here's Martin. Still no points. Pass to Gafford. All sorts of time. Edwards pulls it in. And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. The lead is 2. Outside Edwards. There's a screen. Back to Lowry. Launches a three. He drops it from range. And it's a 5-point 76ers lead.
Not a shoot-first point guard, but make no mistake, Lowry can shoot from range consistently when given the opportunity.
Exum with it. To the left side wing. with a screen on Edwards. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Jacks up a three. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Now Dinwiddie. Martin outside. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. It's Dinwiddie on the wing. He's guarded by Lowry. Excellent passes to Dinwiddie. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. Dinwiddie's got his second basket of the game. They set a pick. Edwards for three. Stolen by Dinwiddie. It's a one-on-one situation for the tie. And the three-pointer goes. Dinwiddie's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, Spencer, Dinwiddie, take out your do-it-yourself, get the steal, and finish in transition. Nice.
Lowry, the pass to Edwards. Fires the three. They grab their own miss. Martin against Lowry. Fires the three. Sends it home from three-point land. Lowry's got 6.
And draining it from the corner. Lowry doesn't pass up shots like these.
Gafford with a screen on Lowry for three. Dinwiddie. And Dallas hits again from deep.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
2 open that time. Made it look easy. McCain's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, the defensive breakdowns allows Kyle Lowry to take advantage and set up an open look for his guy.
Dinwiddie finds Martin. Gafford with the ball. A minute 31 left to play in the third quarter here. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Inside. And the dunk by Gafford.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Here's Dinwiddie. He's got 10. To the paint. And the dunk by Gafford. Here in the second half, this game still nip and tuck.
Just an insane amount of lead changes. The fans are getting their money's worth.
Drummond with the screen. To the inside. And the jam by Drummond.
It's just too easy for Andre Drummond. Gets the inside position and leaves no doubt.
Pass to Gafford. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter. And Kyle Lowry is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Substitution on the court.
Now here's Washington, guarded by Edwards. And Washington powers it through.
Oh, my! That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Edwards can't hit.
That was nice, guys. The determination, the toughness, not going to shy away from the boards.
From deep. Marshall can't hit. Here's Grimes. Yet to see a basket. Here's McCain. Counted from distance. And the 76ers lead by 2.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Sixers. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. The 76ers shooting has been spectacular. 67%. Just incredible. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. Oubre is at the 2 with George playing the 3. Then it's Maxey, then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Yabusele in at the 4-man position.
You really can't understate the energy Maxey brings to his game. Not just effort level, but his attitude and how that spreads to his guys out there.
Davis with a screen on George. The 3 from Thompson. Joel Embiid with the board. Embiid's got 7 rebounds in the game. Oh, and the dunk by George!
Oh, you have got to love the energy Paul George is playing with. Throws the hammer down.
against Maxey. Outside for Davis. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving. Irving's got 4 assists in the game.
They have a never-give-up attitude.
No doubt keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
Sometimes the D likes to get physical with Maxey, but he has no back down in him.
Back to Davis. Easy 2 for AD.
You can feel the temperature rising in this arena. Both teams pouring it on offensively.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
Here's Oubre. Davis with a rebound.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
Oubre against Irving. Washington, a screen on Oubre. Pass to Washington. Just 5 to shoot. Puts one up from 19. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Oubre. He's guarded by Washington. Outside Maxey. Now here's Embiid. And Embiid fires it home.
At 7 feet tall, Embiid looks to dunk often, especially when he's got good positioning.
Irving against Maxey. Irving, the pass to Davis. The 3 is up. Out to Thompson. From deep 3-point range. Rebound by Philadelphia. George outside. And it's good. 2 points. George has got 23 points.
We are talking about a proficient, efficient scorer in Paul George. Go to work, sir.
The 3 from Washington. George with a steal. Pass to Oubre. The 3. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Thompson against George. Clock at 6. 4-3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got 9 rebounds now. Maxey against Irving. Oh, got a piece of it. And that's an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this 4th quarter. Washington passes to Irving. Launches it. Can't get it to fall. That miss makes him 5 for 9. And out of bounds. Dallas will have it. Mavericks trail by 7.
You know, I think it's desperation time for them.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
Here's Maxey driving to the basket. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Only 6'2", but Maxey got some spring in his step.
To get back on track. Outside for Irving. It's stolen by Maxey. George for 3. Rebound, Anthony Davis. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambling.
Klay Thompson loves delivering in tight spots. How easy does he make that big bucket look?
Looking to close things out. That might have been the nail in the coffin.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point. You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way, because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
And now the Mavs on the run. And finished off by Davis. 15 seconds left in the 4th quarter. The 3 ball. And George with the basket on the assist by Maxey. And the 76ers lead by 9. it's Philadelphia with the W. Exceptional effort on. All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
But my focus is on the other end tonight, defense. The team that can come up with just a few timely stretches of stops, I think they win.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Hayes. James is out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Austin Reed. And it's Doncic in at the point guard position. Hayes with the screen for Doncic.
Well, Irving looking engaged and aggressive there, making an impact at the defensive end.
Thompson with it. He's picked up by Doncic. From past the arc. Irving can't hit.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And the dunk by Doncic.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Clark, Kyrie Irving has got to be as skilled a player as we've seen in the NBA.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know if I've ever seen a better layup maker than him. I played against Isaiah Thomas and read about Nate Archibald and some of the other great small ball guards. But, man, this kid, Kyrie Irving, well, young man now, 50, 40, 90 on the season, and a lot of times he's making acrobatic layups against 6'9", and 7-foot guys. Special.
Irving finds Thompson. Just 5 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Davis, that's for 2. The rebound by James.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Picked by Finney-Smith. Back to LeBron. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
LeBron's greatest gift to me is how he sets up so many teammates with catch and shoot opportunities. It's nice to see them return the favor.
Pass to Irving. Back to Thompson. This one for 3. The Lakers with the rebound.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
LeBron kicks to Finney-Smith. Screen by James. Finney-Smith passes to Reeves. Out to Doncic. Oh, and it's sent back by Washington.
Even though he's not the tallest power forward, Washington does have good bounce and a long reach. Plays bigger than he is.
Mavericks trail by 5. Marshall dishes to Irving. Launches it. Good on the triple. Irving's got 6.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And Hayes throws it down.
Capable of running the offense. Doncic, fantastic at getting his teammates involved.
Well, you look at these role players the Mavs have, Clark. They've done a great job.
They really have, Kevin. I mean, the front office identified who the players were that could best play with their core stars. Needed defenders and guys that could catch and shoot the 3. They went out and loaded up the roster with those perfectly fitting role players.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much. Austin Reeves went undrafted, but his success comes as no surprise to him. He says, "I've always felt like I belong." It goes back to childhood. His mom once asked him, "Is this confidence or cockiness?" He told her, "You're basically kind of the same thing." Kevin, back to you.
That's something else. Undaunted. Hey, David, thank you.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Doncic with it. He's picked up by Irving. No one near Reeves as he lets it go. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got his 4th assist in this one. Davis with a screen on Doncic. Irving with a clean look. And it's off from 3-point range. Pass to LeBron. Back to Doncic. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
Luke, a combination of finesse and bully ball in there that time.
Irving against Doncic. Washington inside. Nothing on the board. Irving for three. It's rebounded by Doncic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know what separates Doncic from most players? He's really calm under pressure. Great poise. You can't speed him up. He plays at his own pace.
Here's Marshall driving to the basket.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Los Angeles on top. They're up by. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
You know, something else that's working for them is the three-point shooting. I mean, they've done some damage early on from behind the arc.
They've got Kyrie Irving. Davis is out there with Washington. And there's Klay Thompson. And it's Marshall in at the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Mavericks. Trailing by 5. Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
Here's Finney-Smith. And a miss there on the triple. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Irving finds Davis. Doncic against Irving. Washington sets the pick for Marshall. Drills it from outside. Marshall's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Mavericks.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
The drive by LeBron.
That's really how LeBron prefers to finish, at full speed, driving hard and dictating the pace and keeping pressure on the defense.
Here's Irving. And he drops it in from the low post. 8 points for Kyrie Irving.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
LeBron James on the wing. Doncic feeling it out. James on the drive, and it's good for 2. 10 points for LeBron.
James doing his thing in close to the hoop. Good work there.
Irving kicks to Washington. And here's Marshall from the arc. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. The 3 from LeBron. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside Irving with the drive to the paint. Davis against Doncic. Marshall sets a screen for Davis. Pass to Irving. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Clark, how much weight do players put on individual awards or something like an all-star nod?
You know, I think players always have a level of respect for each other, but awards help validate your level of respect. How you win, how you perform, consistency, and awards are typically well-earned and well-deserved. As a matter of fact, in most cases, they are well-earned and deserved, and players acknowledge that and respect that.
And that's Connect's biggest weapon offensively. He's a knockdown three-point shooter.
Outside Williams. Fires from deep. Rebounded by the Lakers. 1:31 left in the first half. Pass to Vincent. Here's Hachimura. Connects. That's a screen for Hachimura. No good with the triple. Here's Exum. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, getting everything he possibly could out of that play.
And Clark for the Lakers. Their last 2 seasons ended in playoff losses to the Denver Nuggets.
And I tell you what, they fought hard both times, Kevin. The point differential was only 24 points over the 4 games in 2023 and just 11 points in 2024. LA actually led most of the 5-game series, but weren't able to advance.
Such a wide open look. And the Lakers lead by 4.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Vanderbilt against Gafford. Williams, that's for 2. Vanderbilt with the rebound. Lakers leading by 4. Now Vincent. Pass to connect. Got it. Good job in the low post. Connects. Got 5 points so far.
Well, Connect is not just a shooter. He's got the strength to handle that interior contact.
Nobody near Williams. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Good one. Passes to Vincent. And the layup's good off the glass. Vincent's got the lead up to 8 now for the Lakers. And so it's Los Angeles in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of basketball following halftime. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
So for the Lakers right now, Jared Vanderbilt out there with Hachimura. Then it's Gabe Vincent. Then it's Connect. And it's Goodwin in at the shooting guard position. Here's Gafford. That's tipped. Vanderbilt against Dinwiddie. Vanderbilt setting the pick for Connect. Vanderbilt kicks to Hachimura. Pass to Vincent. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Second chance shot. Hachimura, no good. Mavericks trail by 8. Dinwiddie outside. Down low. Outside for Martin. Connects from 3-point range. Martin's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Back to Vincent. Inside. In the corner, Vanderbilt with it. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Dallas has gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Dinwiddie wide open. Another 3 for Dallas.
Well, it's all about being confident from there for Spencer Dinwiddie. A capable threat from distance now.
Hachimura setting the pick for Goodwin. Puts the move on. Vincent. Goodwin kicks to Hachimura. 6 to shoot from the arc. They get the rebound. Out to the right wing. And again, no good by the Lakers. And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for the Mavericks. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Gafford passes to Dinwiddie for the lead. Vanderbilt with the rebound. Vanderbilt's got 5 rebounds tonight. Back to Vincent. Hachimura down low, covered by Martin. Vanderbilt, a screen on Williams. Goodwin finds Vanderbilt. Tries again. Pass to Hachimura. Here's Vincent. Los Angeles with another miss. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Hachimura against Martin. Exum passes to Martin. From deep. Rebound the Lakers. Hachimura's got 4 rebounds in this game. They could use a bucket. And it's Connect. That time on the assist by Hachimura. Connect's got 8 points. Outside Williams. And it's Exum in the corner. Martin with the screen for Exum. And he uses the glass on the layup. 5 points in the game.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult. And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Pass to Gafford. Back to Dinwiddie for the screen on Vanderbilt. To the inside. And Gafford throws it down.
Really nice job. Excellent there at analyzing the pick and roll. Give Dinwiddie any type of passing lane, and he'll take advantage of it.
The shot's good from Vanderbilt.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
Now here's Williams. Scoreless thus far. Hachimura grabs the miss. Hachimura's got his 5th rebound in this one. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Vincent, covered by Gafford. Here's Connect. Off target with his 3. Outside, Martin. Got it up. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Lakers lead by 3. And right after this, we'll bring... And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Kyrie Irving is out there with Klay Thompson. Then it's Anthony Davis. Then there's Washington. And it's Marshall in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Over to the left wing. Davis with a screen on Reeves. Marshall can't hit. Lakers leading by 5. Reeves the pass to Hayes. Here's Finney-Smith. The Lakers moving the ball around. Doncic against Irving. Pass to Reeves. Over Thompson. It's rebounded by Dallas. Davis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Irving against Doncic. Here's Davis knifing inside. LeBron with some nice D.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Takes it inside and finished off by LeBron.
Hey, I really like what I'm seeing from LeBron here tonight, keeping it simple. He's going to the hot hand, which is him. That's pretty good.
And on the way from Irving for for three. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
I like the fact he had his head up immediately looking to make the dish down the floor. Get rid of it quickly.
To the paint. Davis kicks to Washington. Outside Irving. Shoots over Doncic. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Irving.
I got a question for you. How do you defend Irving in the pick and roll? He's so quick and his ball handling is so good. Absolutely, virtually impossible.
LeBron James on the wing. He's covered by Washington. And LeBron James gets it to go.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Irving for three. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Irving knows exactly when to let that shot go. He's a knockdown threat from deep for sure.
Here's LeBron. A rebound by Washington. Mavericks trail by 6. Davis finds Irving. Shoots the three. Another three for Dallas.
Kyrie, not a bad answer. He'll give you the needed hoop when you need it most.
Doncic with it. Guarded now by Marshall. Doncic muscles past the defense.
Luka does not back away from the big stage, guys. This young fella loves to be center stage in the biggest moment.
Thompson for three. The three-pointer is right on target.
Fantastic to see Klay Thompson deliver when his team needs a basket most.
Doncic dishes to Hayes. Doncic passes to James. Back to Doncic. To the middle. At the top of the key, Reed. On the wing, Doncic. To the wing on the left. Here's Hayes. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
I like Doncic's willingness to share the ball. He wants to see other guys involved in producing.
Davis setting the pick for Thompson. It's Klay off the drive. Davis kicks to Washington. It's in! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
No matter the situation, Washington up for the challenge.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Hayes with the screen for Doncic. Pass to Reeves. Back to Doncic. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
No room for them to make a mistake here.
You got to almost play perfect from here on out.
Davis with it. Marshall with it. He's defended by Reed. Davis with a screen on Reed. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Man, it took forever for them to commit that foul. I don't know why they didn't do it right away. Those are precious seconds. And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
And a tough break as his second attempt at the line. No good. Pass to Thompson. On the wing, Irving. For the three. And so it's the Lakers who come out on top here. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight. You know, David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
expect to see from this guard matchup?
These guys are lethal one-on-one, but I think the key is to keep their teammates involved, playing unselfish basketball.
So let's take a look at the Los Angeles Lakers starting lineup. Reeves at the 2 with LeBron at the 3. Hayes is out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Doncic in at the point.
Getting up and finishing. Maxey leaving no doubt.
Here's Doncic. After the Sixers picked up a basket a moment ago.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
So it's Philadelphia now, following the score by Los Angeles.
Well, and it's just clear how comfortable Embiid is shooting the ball, especially from mid-range.
Doncic against Oubre. Doncic outside. Outside Reeves. Just 5 on the clock. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Doncic against Maxey. Here's Yabusele. Screen by Embiid from behind the arc. Connects from downtown.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Finney-Smith passes to Hayes. Hayes with a screen. It's the trifecta. Finney-Smith's got 5.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
He's not going to take it easy when he gets to the bucket. George will hammer it home.
And Joel Embiid with a number of different co-stars in his time in Philly, Richard.
Yes, Ben Simmons in his prime, Jimmy Butler, James Harden, they've all come and gone, but in Tyrese Maxey, Embiid might have found the tag team partner for the long haul.
Now here's Oubre. Pass to Maxey. Embiid, a screen on James. Late clock, the Sixers need to put one up here. And there's Embiid. That one's good. And the assist from Maxey.
What a read by Maxey. Sees how the play opens up and sends the ball that way.
Doncic, perfect night so far. 2 for 2.
Just taking it right to the rim. And no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's George. Outside Oubre. To the left wing. Shoots. Embiid misses.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Here's James. And slam dunk by James.
This is classic LeBron leaping off the floor for a powerful dunk.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Nick Nurse. I asked him if he thinks anyone has a better feel for the game than Luka Doncic, and he told me, I don't want to get into a comparison, but what I can say is that he controls the pace like no one else. You can't speed him up, you can't slow him down. Guys?
And Allie, thank you for that. From downtown, it's rebounded by George. The Sixers leading. Outside Oubre. Lets it go from deep. Finney-Smith pulls it in. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. Oh, and the jam by James.
Getting up and then throwing it down.
Oh, that was a big hammer right there. Embiid, a screen on Doncic. There's 42 seconds left in the first. They get it back. And here's George from deep three-point land. From beyond the arc and then some. George has got 5.
With an efficient jump shot and limitless confidence, man. I'll tell you what, George is a threat from just about anywhere on the floor.
Now, here is James. And there's the drive. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Maxey against Reeves. Yabusele. Off target with the three. And James launches it from deep. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. Both teams have it going here early. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
They've also been quick to set up their teammates, wasting no time making the extra pass for the open look.
Maxey and Oubre pair up at the 1 and the 2. Then there's George. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Yabusele in at the 4. That's the group for Philadelphia to kick off the second quarter. For three, George. Rebound, the Lakers. And his defenses have adjusted to Austin Reeves scoring. Richard, he's countered with the pass.
Austin Reeves doesn't get enough credit for how good his handle is, how much it's improved. It's allowed for him to score, get into different places, and make these passes.
And the defense has to be more aware of Paul George. You got to know how fast his trigger is.
Here comes Luka. Outside Reeves. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
For three, Maxey. Doncic grabs the miss. And Doncic has got the ball here for Los Angeles. Trailing by 2. The rebound by Yabusele. The 76ers have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Pass to Embiid. Tipped away. And it's stolen by Finney-Smith. James outside. Outside Finney-Smith. On the wing, Reeves. Clock is at 3. Takes a 3. Knocks down the long J. Reeves has got 5 points now this quarter.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Luka proving he can score from anywhere.
Defense was all over Doncic, so he smartly uses a pick to get free to shoot.
It's George on the wing. He's marked by Finney-Smith. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
When you have an MVP talent in his prime, the focus has to be on winning the title. The Sixers' Joel Embiid said, quote, "The only thing I care about is winning. That takes a lot, and everybody has to contribute. I'm always going to believe in myself. I love the guys that we have. We are going to go and fight every single night."
Great perspective there. Thanks, Allie. And it's a completely new group for the 76ers. Drops in the 3. Walker's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Richard, if the three-point shot was never introduced, how different do you think the game would be?
The offensive strategy would be very different. The game would be more physical, and it was more physical. And the main priority would be creating high-percentage looks.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Now here's Edwards. Fires from deep. It's Hayes with the rebound. Walker against Reeves. Pass to Hayes. And here's James. How about LeBron? Even if he's no longer the clear-cut best player in the league, he can still take over a game, RJ.
Oh, make no mistake, he is still the best when he needs to be. Absolutely has a switch that gets flipped when he needs it. He's not on for 48 minutes, but he can definitely turn it on for a few.
And the Lakers making a change here. Vanderbilt's checked in for Hayes. Hachimura comes in for Finney-Smith. Goodwin's checked in for Reeves. And Vincent is subbed in for Luka Doncic. Edwards can't hit. Los Angeles leading by 3. Here's Goodwin. Hachimura from long range. Drummond grabs the miss. Pass to Edwards. Here's Grimes. With nobody on him, he buries that jumper. Grimes has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Vanderbilt, the pass to Goodwin. Vincent outside. Here's Goodwin. And there's James from the arc. Drummond grabs the miss. The 76ers have gotten 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second. Offensive rebound. Stolen by Vanderbilt. Now the Lakers moving it up. Physical play by LeBron inside.
Yeah, just too much big boy basketball by LeBron James, just bodying defenders inside.
Drummond finds Lowry. Drummond with the screen. Got it up. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Lakers ahead, up 2. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. You know, one guy who's been getting it done is Luka Doncic.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
On the court for the Lakers, Rui Hachimura is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's Gabe Vincent. Then it's Connect. And it's Goodwin in at the 2. Hachimura sets a screen. Here's Vincent. Three-pointer off the mark. The Sixers trailing. Takes the 3. And so it looks like it'll be Philadelphia ball. Edwards for 3. That one falls, coming off a Drummond feed. And the 76ers lead by 1. Incredible game. This lead has been exchanged 8 times.
Tremendous show of will and resilience on both sides.
Vincent can't hit. And so Lowry will bring it up for Philadelphia. You know, Grant, after losing in the first round last season, it felt like changes were inevitable for the Lakers.
Yeah, making the playoffs isn't enough for that franchise. They are all about championship success, and anything short of that is a failure.
Now here's Hachimura. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Goodwin. Here's Vincent. Nails it from beyond the arc.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Edwards, a pass to Grimes. And here's Lowry from the arc. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
You know, you kind of expect the big threes like that from Lowry.
Los Angeles is gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Vincent passes to Goodwin. Three-pointer. And it's Connect missing. Philadelphia has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Lowry outside. Here's the 3. Gets the 3 to fall. And now a 4-point 76ers lead.
Well, Lowry can just pepper you with shots from the arc. He's got a talent for finding and making those looks.
Pass to Vincent. Here's Connect. Walker covering. And it's Connect missing.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
Walker for 3. And the 76ers get it back. Fires the 3. The shot off that time. Lakers trail by 4. To the right side. And here's Connect outside. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Inside Walker. There's a screen. Launches a three. Out to Lowry. Lets the three fly. And it's Connect with a rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gone only 1 for 6 here in the second half. Hachimura from long range. And again, the Lakers, no good. Philadelphia leading by 4. Here's Drummond. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That's on Gabe Vincent. These are his first free throws of the game. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. And for the Lakers, they're shooting about 43% in this one. And here's Connect outside. Drains the triple. Connect's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
We knew he was solid from range per the scouting report, but Connect can hit fairly consistently from out there.
Pure from three-point range.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's Vincent. Pass to Goodwin. There's the triple. He buries it from 3.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
Edwards looking it over. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Lakers trail. Here's Connect for the lead. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Drummond's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
And that's how you orchestrate the offense. Lowry showing the vision and the unselfishness.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
And the Lakers going with a whole new group out there. Now here's Doncic. Give him 8. Going inside. Pass to James. Outside Reeves. Hayes with a screen on Maxey. From deep, Reeves. It's hauled in by Oubre. Philadelphia leading by 4. Now here's Maxey. Back to Embiid. 4 seconds left. And he can't get that one. It'll count. That one no good. Kyle Lowry has been leading the charge for Philadelphia. He's found his range. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime dropping ability.
We've reached the 4th quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Oubre is at the 2 with George playing the 3. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then it's Maxey. And it's Yabusele in at the power forward position. That's the group in the game for the 76ers.
Oh, my. Tight defense, but Doncic just muscles it in. And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
And defensively, how do you leave him that open in crunch time?
Here's James. Oh, 2 vicious points from the King.
Showing some muscle on the interior. You can see why they go to him at this stage of the game.
Maxey finds Embiid. Back to Maxey. Three-pointer. The Lakers with a rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Doncic against Oubre, and it's blocked by Embiid.
The timing on the rejection, Embiid's feel for when to go after blocks is ridiculous.
6 on the shot clock. James deciding where to go with it. Look at LeBron with the strength to score through contact.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game, and that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
And Doncic the bucket on the assist from James. Doncic has got 4 points this quarter. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Lakers?
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
Another big factor for them has been their ability to get points off the turnovers. The easiest offense is created by good defense.
Coming down the stretch, it's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
Pass to Embiid. Unloads from 13. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one. And the 76ers lead by 1. Hayes with a screen. Here's Doncic. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
And Doncic is a walking triple-double threat. His versatility and confidence is really special.
Doncic hits them both.
In a close game, it's great to have guys you can count on to knock down free throws.
Doncic against Maxey, and he lays it up and in.
Attacking in a big moment. Maxey is not holding back.
A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Hayes with a screen from behind the arc. Finney Smith's shot is off. Philadelphia's gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. And there's the screen. Here's Yabusele. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Smart pass from the quick-thinking Maxey. Outstanding at finding uncovered teammates.
Doncic passes to James. It's James on the wing. Hayes with a screen. Back to Doncic. There's the drive. And Doncic with the jam.
Clutch play by Doncic. He's been doing this since he was a kid.
Maxey on the wing. Guarded by Doncic. Here's Yabusele. The three. Oh, he knocked down the trifecta.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Now here's Doncic. On the take. The rebound by Embiid. Knocks it loose. Well, if they score here, they could effectively end this one.
Yeah, and their main objectives right now, taking care of the rock and using some time.
Maxey passes to Oubre. Jacks up a three. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
It needs to be a quick shot and a quick foul.
Oh, he nails it! And that one brings them within 1.
ICE. Ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that'll put him up 2. And so he drops them both, and it's a 3-point game.
The last make was huge. Now, realistically, the worst-case scenario for them is OT.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
Yeah, time is the enemy at this point, so I think I'd go for the tie and avoid playing the foul game.
28. Ruben Hachimura.
Doncic finds Hayes. Off target from downtown. So a close game sees Philadelphia taking this one. What a performance they had here at home today.
front court ring.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Kyrie Irving. Washington out there with Davis. Then it's Thompson, and it's Marshall in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Marshall. Irving kicks to Washington. Just 3 to shoot. Shoots over Oubre. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Oh, clever pass there from Maxey. So good at finding his teammates.
And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. Washington with a screen on Maxey. A nice shot by Irving.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Maxey kicks to Embiid. That 3 off the mark. And it's Davis with the ball for the Mavericks.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels him.
Here's Washington. Missed inside. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Maxey, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
The 3 from Davis. Rebound by Joel Embiid. For Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. The 76ers with another miss. Dallas with the ball. Back to Davis. Dallas moving the ball around. Washington, that's good.
And for his position, Davis, a solid distributor. He's one of the league's most unique players.
Maxey attacking, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Washington. Following the basket by Tyrese Maxey. Davis in the corner. Dallas needs to get off a shot. The tray, and Embiid with the block. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Here's Maxey. Oubre on the wing. There's the screen. Three-pointer. Buries it from three-point range. Oubre's got 6.
But he's got NBA range. There's no doubt about that. Oubre with 3-and-D ability on the wing.
Here's Irving from out on the wing. He knocks it down.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
It doesn't take much for Maxey to find a lane to the rim.
George against Thompson. Puts up a 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. And what about the evolution of Tyrese Maxey? Greg, according to him, he's just getting started.
Well, Kevin, I'd have to agree. I mean, he's got some big shoes to fill with James Harden leaving, but each year this guy has just gotten better. And not only has he matched Harden's production in Philadelphia, I think he's exceeded it.
Here's Irving. 5 points in the game. Davis with a screen on Maxey. Pass to Davis. Back to Irving. Puts up a deep 3. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
3 points.
8 points for him.
You guys know it's pick your poison when you are trying to cover Kyrie out of the pick and roll.
Embiid with a screen on Irving. Lets it go from deep. Offensive rebound. The second chance effort. And it's Embiid scoring on a gorgeous play.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Thompson finds Washington. 34 seconds left to play here in the first. Pass to Marshall. 5 to shoot. Down low. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Violation. Sixers ball.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Maxey passes to Oubre. Oh, the power on that throw-down.
A spectacular finish by Oubre. He's got that airtime to get creative.
Thompson for 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Maxey. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And guys, it's been Kelly Oubre making things happen so far for the 76ers. He notched. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Maxey and Oubre, they have the guard duties. Embiid is out there with Yabusele, and it's George in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Davis against Embiid. Irving attacking. Outside for Davis. And stolen by Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
And great hustle from Maxey in the open court, getting there on the fast break.
Mavericks trail by 5. Thompson outside. Takes the 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got 6 rebounds now in the game. George passes to Yabusele. George against Thompson. Offensive rebound. Oubre outside. Back to George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. George has got his first 3 points of the game.
You've got to be in Paul George's shooting space in order to make him uncomfortable. You give him anything easy, look out.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities.
Irving looking over the floor. Over Maxey. No good from Irving. Philadelphia leading by 5. It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey. Maxey's got 4 this quarter. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the D-cell the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
Crafty move. Embiid, no good. Mavericks trail by 7. Thompson for the triple. That one's rebounded by Embiid.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Now, this guy's so fluid in transition. Just a great player, Oubre, in the open floor.
Ball's knocked loose. On top, Maxey. For 3, Oubre. Another 3 for Philadelphia. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the 76ers.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
And boy, have they started out quick, running the floor, taking advantage of their speed.
Thompson misses.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Oubre passes to George. Embiid with it. And he drew the blocking foul. He'll go to the line for 2.
Better than most centers from the line. Embiid exceptional with his hand.
This is his first free throw of the game. Both teams will make substitutions, and Embiid drops them both.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
That one falls.
Well, it's hard to question the size Dante Exum brings to the point guard position. He's unique in the game.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, the Sixers have their superstar in Joel Embiid, but Coach Nick Nurse says they have to maximize him in different ways. Nurse said unpredictability is the key. We have to relieve some of the pressure. Guys are overplaying and sending multiple players at him. We have to find easy baskets out of it. Kevin?
Makes a lot of sense, David. Thank you. Here's Prosper. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Lowry dishes to Walker. Lets it go with a 3. A rebound by Washington. Mavericks trail by 13. Pass to Prosper. Now Williams. Here's the screen from downtown. Here's Gafford. Now Exum, about 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. No good from outside.
Dallas foul.
For Philadelphia, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Second team foul.
That free throw, no good.
At the line for 2. Lonnie Walker.
Good on the second free throw. 11 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Martin for 3. That shot, no good. It could go. Can't hit that one. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Kelly Oubre having a dominant impact in this game.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end, and boy, this young guy has done just that.
So with Davis sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. We've got Dante Exum. Martin is out there with Christie. Then it's Williams. And it's Gafford in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Drummond the screen. Outside Edwards. Walker surveying the floor. And the 3 off target. Mavericks trail by 15. Martin with it. Picked up by Edwards. Here's Christie. Yes, that goes in.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Outside Lowry. Pass to Edwards to the right side. No one near Drummond as he lets it go. No good on the 3. The Mavericks shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Well, Daniel Gafford has carved out, Doris, a role in this league with his hustle, his intensity, and his rim protection.
All of those things you just mentioned, Kevin, are skills. He plays hard on both ends. Gafford can defend the paint. He's going to crash the glass. He's going to run the floor. Listen, figure out how you can fit and do your job.
That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Exum.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regroup. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Williams against Lowry. It's Martin on the wing. Back to Gafford, and stolen by Drummond.
You could tell it was almost tunnel vision on that pass. Had no idea where the defender was.
Edwards kicks to Lowry. Edwards with the screen for Lowry. Just 5 on the clock. Edwards with the screen. The offensive rebound. Pass to Grimes. Outside Lowry. They get it again. The kick out to Walker to end the drought. Here's Grimes. Here's the three. Good work defensively by Martin.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's foul number 2 for him. So it's the Mavericks now. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Martin, the pass to Williams. High post shot. Not as good in the 76ers lead. Is cut down to just 6 points, and the bucket from Martin.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
From the arc, and stolen by Drummond. Outside Lowry. Drummond with a screen on Christie. 5 on the clock. Outside for Lowry. And it's Walker, top of the key. Stolen by Exum. It's tipped. Gafford passes to Christie. Off target with his 3. The 76ers leading by 9. And here's Edwards from the arc. The Mavericks pull it in. Gafford's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Edwards against Martin. Here's Christie. No good from outside. And so Lowry will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. 17 points was their biggest margin.
Philadelphia foul.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of the game.
That's his first personal foul. Third team foul.
That one is off.
Shooting for Dallas, Caleb Martin. Taking 2 shots.
And the second free throw, good. There's 10 seconds left here in the third quarter. Oubre outside. Drummond sets the screen for Oubre. Here's the floater. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it.
The previous play is under review.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, you know, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the read?
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And it looks like they got it right this time. No basket. The clock had expired while the ball was still in his hands.
Yeah, and even if they don't show it.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. And we'll be back with you shortly. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Running the wings, it's Oubre and George. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's Bona in at the 5 down low. That's the group in the game for the 76ers.
Beyond the leaning could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Embiid, he's checked in for the 76ers. Here's Irving. Rebound by the 76ers. Maxey with it, picked up by Thompson. Maxey kicks to Oubre. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Shoots it, and he nails that one right through the net. And the 76ers lead by 8.
This guy just plays with such rhythm and timing. Kelly Oubre knows how to get himself going on the offensive end.
The kick out to Irving. Takes the three. Nailed from three-point land.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Maxey, and Davis sends it back.
What a play by Davis. You think you can get it over me? Nuh-uh. Not on my watch.
Oh, muscling it home, Embiid.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Irving against Maxey. Irving with the ball. Gets an open look and hits.
The buckets, the game is just flowing for Kyrie Irving. Looks easy for him right now.
Maxey looking it over. Three-pointer. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Davis against Embiid. Davis inside. Lays it up off the glass. Davis has got 4 points this quarter.
And that's a shot Davis will make 10 out of 10 times. He's just so strong inside.
Maxey, he scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
And this is what we've come to expect from this guy, right? Not only making a ton of shots, but being efficient while doing so.
Got a piece of it. Here's Davis. Ignoring the contact, Anthony Davis.
Yeah, the added muscle Davis has put on, helping him on these tough finishes. Flexing on him there.
Oubre outside. Takes a three. Another three for Philadelphia.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. Here's Oubre. Kicks it out to Maxey. Oubre, a screen on Irving. Back to Oubre. From deep. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Washington with it. Maxey covering. In the corner, Irving with it. Back to Washington. 54 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Davis. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. 17 points was their biggest margin. Maxey against Washington. From deep, George. And Davis pulls it down. And here are the Mavericks now. 7-point differential. Dallas, no good that time either. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly, if they just play smart, this game's over.
And it's Irving with the ball for Dallas.
That passing ability complements Irving scoring so well.
Now Maxey. Now here's George. And here's Oubre. Can't connect. So the 76ers win it. They didn't make it easy on themselves. Thank you, David. And that about wraps it up for Dorisburg.